Hey everyone, I'm Trent Kusters, co founder and studio director at League of Geeks, and you're listening to The Game Maker's Notebook. We have a really special one for you today. I've been chatting with my old pal Keita Takahashi, creative director and co founder of Evula. It's a wonderful chat. I'm sure he needs no introduction. Just created the wonderful game To a T, which was published by Annapurna Interactive, but also, of course, legendary game designer of Katamari Damacy, 10 You Won Your Teens, and the list goes on, Watam, etc. We start things off as we always do, talking about how he got into games, his earliest memory. He talks about studying art and sculpture, but not wanting to be an artist. He talks about failing the Namco job interview, but finding a supportive voice internally that gave him his first opportunity, and many of them in the studio. The origins of Katamari Damacy, of course. We chat a lot about his wonderful and much beloved title. We speak about the response to Katamari and his unique approach to how they treated the sequel. And then we chat through some other projects and we kind of blast through these things like Watam, his Playdate title, Kranken's time travel adventure, and how his strong relationship with Sony Santa Monica and folks there led to the long-term partnership he's had with Annapurna Interactive. Which brings us to a T. We talk about how a desire for inputs utilizing both arms that Keita had led him to simplify that concept towards the absurdity of a teenager stuck in a T-pose. That's what the game is about. We talk through how he approached the game's development, starting with storyboards, and of course, working with his longtime collaborator and also wife, Asuka Sakai, who composed the music for the game. A huge part of Keita's inspiration from the beginning of his career, you'll hear to the end, is creating experiences in video games that have to be experienced. They can't be explained. And I think that's a hallmark throughout this chat that we have. So I won't hold you up for much longer, but it's a wonderful opportunity to dive into the mind of a much beloved game designer. So here we are, Keita Takahashi.
My name is Giraffe. I went to a school so I could learn how to cook, because I love to eat and share food. Cooking is so amazing. I think it's really magical. Taste, smell, texture, temperature, gotta be just right. I wake up at 3 every morning to bake the bread for sandwiches. Then I go to my tiny garden to pick the ripest vegetables. I wake up at 3 every morning to bake the bread for sandwiches. Then I go to my tiny garden. I really love my rashes. Don't forget to go to the market to buy the best eggs and cheese. Oh, and also we need some spices, mustard, ham, and mayonnaise. When I get home, I cook. Oh, it's so tasty. Let's not be hasty. This is amazing. I am asleep by 7, dreaming of new recipes. Can't wait to see what tomorrow brings.
Keita, welcome to the Game Maker's Notebook.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Wonderful to catch up with you again. We start off this podcast with a question always, which is, what's your first memory in games? But I think because of your relationship with games and play, I'm really interested to hear, if games even, video games had an impact on you or whatever when you were younger, or whether it was some other kind of form of play or adventure. Do you have an early memory of a video game? Yeah, what's your kind of earliest
The,
memory that you can think of?
the video games. I think when I played the video game at first time in my life was, of course, in Japan. It's before the Famicom
Mm.
came. way before. It's called. Are you familiar about Japanese game history?
A tiny
Yeah,
bit. You might have to do a little
uh,
bit of education.
I believe there was the console named Cassette Vision.
Oh, right. Cassette Vision. I love it.
Yeah, Cassette Vision. And then I play the code Kikori no Yosaku. Kikori no Yosaku means in English, how do I explain? Like a guy who cut the tree, like chop the tree.
Oh, like a
And
woodcutter
then,
or a lumberjack.
yeah, yeah, Rambatak,
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Then he need to avoid the wild bear or wild pig while cutting the tree. I believe that's it.
That's great. I love it. What a good game loop. Yeah, cut the trees whilst avoiding the bears. Yeah.
Yeah. Very California game.
Yeah. How old do you think you were at that time, Keita?
It's third grade or fourth grade. Between 9 or 8.
Hmm. And
I
whereabouts in
think
Japan? Were you in Tokyo or were you in another part of Japan? Whereabouts did you grow up?
it was another part of Japan. It's more southern place, which called Fukuoka.
Oh, Fukuoka. Fukuoka. Yeah, I've been there. It's a wonderful place.
Right. When? When do you go?
I went in 2010. This is a little bit of weird trivia about me. I was the
Wait.
tour manager for a rock band.
Oh,
Yeah, it was so there was a
what?
Japanese band called Fact, and they were doing a headlining tour. And my friend from an Australian band said you should come and be the tour manager. And so I spent 6 weeks going throughout Japan, and Fukuoka was one of the stops.
Actually, I'm so surprised because you have very good memory with exact like a time. Like you said 2010.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'll
Then
tell
you
you
told
how.
me when we meet 2015 and 16.
Yeah, I know. It's come back to me. I think because as you can imagine, touring with a rock band throughout all of Japan was definitely a high point in my life. So it
Yeah.
sticks out in my memory. So how was your early days? Obviously, play forms a huge part of like the way in which you work and everything like that. Were you playing video games a lot as a child, or were you more one of these kids running around outdoors? How do you kind of how would you explain your childhood and your relationship to play then?
I didn't have the console until I forgot after Famicom released. Even maybe 3 or 4 years after release, finally my parents gave me the console.
Mm-hmm.
Before I get the console, I every day went to my friend's house who is his parents running the electric shop, like a
Right.
selling like a corner shop, electric corner shop, like selling the battery or fridge or TV.
Oh, right, like
Um,
appliances and electronics and
yeah,
things. Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. His parents love the video game. They have the tons of games, so I went to their house every day. I believe.
That's amazing. As a kid, that's crazy. Yeah, like having a friend whose parents basically owned a video game store almost is really
Mm,
cool.
yeah, and I still remember his father, dad was playing the game while smoking. Like
That's a weird. Yeah. Oh man, like yeah, could video games look any cooler than like a Japanese
uh,
dad smoking while playing
oh,
games? So that's
um,
very funny.
oh,
Okay, and so that was in your teenage years that you were going around there hanging out playing a lot of games.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Right. But then if I'm not mistaken, you actually studied sculpture in university, right? So talk to me about your sort of relationship with art in your later teen years and that decision to move into art and sculpture.
that was huge jump from scholar to college student. It was huge jump. I think I like the drawing art or making something when I was super young. Like before enter the elementary school, which means
Mhm.
from how do you say what was a what was the name before the elementary school? Preschool. So my parents let me go to art class if in the preschool. Then
Ah,
I really loved making art. But in the middle school or high school, I didn't do anything. But before and start considering about the college, I just me ask myself what I want study in
mhm.
the college. I just recalled what I was very good at art. Also, I still love drawing something. So I decided to go to the art class, no, art college. Then I tried, but I failed the first
In
time.
art college? Do you mean to get in, or you actually failed art college?
Failed to get in.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, the
So
application process.
and then in Japan we have to spend another year, then try next year. So
Right.
I
Yes.
went I went to another after graduate high school. I went to how do they say extra school, especially
Yeah, like
for learning art. I went to like a design class, like a graphic design
mhm.
or something. But that study was so boring for me.
It's like art with all the fun ripped out of it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Art for commercial sake. Yeah. Okay.
Like a color layouting or collage was that was so boring for me. Then I just remember how I amused when I played with clay.
Ah, okay. Yep.
Yeah, okay, I think I should try 3D stuff, which means
Mm,
sculpture.
yeah.
Not 3D art, but the
Mm.
sculpture. Then I just change my course, a class to the sculpture, then try. Then a success, I passed the exam.
You
Then
got in. Awesome. And your parents, were they supportive of your, you going into art? Were they happy about what you were doing, or were they like, "What are you doing, Kato? Why aren't you a lawyer or an accountant or a businessman or something?"
they didn't say to me directly, of course, but definitely they were worried because
Right. Healthy concern, right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I know. Because even that's fine. Even I could enter the art class, no, art college. That's fine. But after that, what should I do?
Yeah.
I mean, that's my concern. I was worried about that more than my parents.
You're like, don't worry, I'm more concerned than you are. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what's going to happen. I think most art students don't know what's going to happen after art school, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Because I love making a 3D stuff. I love clay, the soft and nice,
Mm.
smoothie feeling. But how do I get job? How do I get earning from making something? Um, for some reason, I didn't want to be an artist. Like,
That's so interesting. So that wasn't actually that wasn't interesting to you, was the idea of becoming a professional artist making fine art or sculptures or something afterwards, even though you enjoyed it, that wasn't you understood that wasn't really the goal that you were looking for as well.
yeah, because you see in the park or town, like on the street, sometimes you see fancy sculpture,
Hmm.
which is which is still ugly for me. please just plant like a tree, big tree or something, which
Mm,
is more nicer than
yeah.
object. Abstract object could be, yeah. It it didn't sound like correct for me, and also the art is very luxury stuff and unnecessary for my life. But
Mm,
this is just my bias.
yes, of course. Yeah.
This is not true. I don't want to be judging everything. That's that is my early time of my thoughts.
and so
So go ahead.
And so when let's sort of skip forward to when you finished art school and you've done your 3D sculpting, you've had all this fun working with clay in your hands and everything. What did happen next? How did you find yourself out of a job for a while, or did a interesting opportunity? I know like one of the next major things is, obviously your time at Namco, but like what was happening between finishing art school and then ending up there?
So in the college, I think after 2 years, oh, how do you say? I was keep thinking, what should I do
Mm,
while making sculpture? And then I saw a lot of students in sculpture department, how to say, make the garbage because so they made something in the class, right?
yeah.
But they just throw. I I forgot how do I say in English.
Like they would
Like
just throw it out?
throw it out to
Yeah.
the big container, big garbage bin
Yeah,
because
the big dumpster.
big dump stuff. Mm,
Mm,
because it's finished
yeah,
and then just go typing like they made something for the lesson, then they just
throw it out.
waste it.
Wow.
Yeah, waste it. I really hate that.
Mm,
Um, I I wanted something to different. I don't want make wasted stuff. I wanted to make something that I could keep using instead of being waste. Which means the one idea come up with is was I think I should make a tool, but
yeah.
not art.
Yeah, right. Interesting. Something useful, right? Like a tool that you can use. Yeah.
Not art. I don't know what the art is actually, but the tool is more straightforward. Like you can use, then
Yeah.
makes it be useful. At the time, the class subject was making goat, goat, which is the animal,
Yeah.
goat out of some material. I forgot the material. And I know that material, but I don't remember how do I say in English.
Right. Like make a goat out of paper mache or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So the other students just make up goat because the professor want us to make actual size of the goat. So
Oh, right.
send
Like
me,
like life size to scale goat.
yeah,
Oh,
who's
wow.
the goat meat cluster, like a
Hmm.
dietary parts, like a. And then I saw they just burn like throughout after finish that class, which I really hated. So my plan was, okay, we should, I should make flower, flower pot.
Ah, right. Okay. Not a goat, just a flower pot. Yeah.
No, the goat shape
A
flower
goat
pot.
shaped flower pot. Of course. I love it. Technically,
Yeah.
you're still doing the assignment, right? Yeah.
I put the hole on the back.
Oh, right. Yeah. On the back of the goat. Yeah.
Yeah. And then so there's a place to put the soil,
Hmm.
also the flower seed or something. And then I needed to think about how the water will be drained.
Hmm.
I made a pipe to the boobs. So the water drains through the boobs.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. And then in the presentation, so the students need to do show and tell
Hmm.
after the last of the yes, subject.
Hmm.
I made a fake flower.
Hmm.
Then I brought the water can from
Hmm.
the house, from my house. Then I just give in the water, then explain. So this will be a flower pot. And if you give in the water will be drained from the boobs. And I'm so glad that I could make a too, but also the funny stuff.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
yeah, other students made a laugh a lot.
Right.
That is my high epic point. So which means, oh, okay, I made a two because I wanted to make a two, but the making the make people smile or laugh is more important than the making the two for me.
Interesting. Yeah. Were you surprised at your reaction to people laughing? Did it sort of surprise you how much it moved you or the kind of the importance that you felt?
I mean, I expected that someone laugh because this is funny because I wanted to make a fun stuff, but uh, if you actually get the laughing from the other people,
Yeah.
that's more different than just I imagine.
Yes, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah, wow. And so you kind of credit that with it sounds like that's had a big impact on your games. I mean, this concept of humor and like play and everything is all throughout your games. And so what did you do with that? I mean, now you've had this experience in school. How did that inform how you felt about what you wanted to do next after college? And how did you go about trying to find that?
Right. So that was very epic moment for me, and
Mm,
then I decided to keep doing the same because that is what I wanted to
yeah.
do. I realized. I know that's very simple answer, just making tool or making the fun stuff. But that was very big because I made my I I found the answer by me.
Yeah.
Not reading the book or anything, not
Yeah.
watching the movie. No. So the answer still living inside of my body or brain or anything. That's
Mhm.
still my core element. And the next one, I forgot the next one, but I kept making the similar stuff. I made a transformer, transformer, which is I made a lower table, but the
Mhm.
transform to the robot.
Awesome.
But yeah, those kind of stuff. I really enjoy the making those things. Then in the, the final, it's not final before graduate college. This is the time. What should I do after graduate the school?
Mm.
Of course, I didn't want to be fine artist. I mean, I couldn't. I know. I don't remember exactly, but I just realized, oh, video game industry providing entertainment to the whole world,
Mm.
which is, might be fit me
Yeah.
well. Even I didn't play video game at the time. Also, I didn't have any PC,
Yeah,
so
right.
I didn't know how to use the PC. How to, but I tried. I tried Namco because I had a good memory with Namco in the
Yeah,
old
from
memory, the
mm.
Pac-Man or old Namco. game was very unique and nice. So I try. But
So you just
my
applied. Was there a job going, or did you just send them a letter, or you?
I just super applied because in Japan, maybe this is the system, unique system in Japan.
Mm,
The new grad has kind of privilege to enter the company
yeah. Okay.
with the prioritize is higher than other people. So I apply. I think I passed the first exam and second exam. Yes, then I had the interview with design team. Design mean art design, not the game design, because
Yes. Okay. Right. Yeah.
I applied as an artist. During the interview, I think I remember I complained about I complained about the the recent Namco game, which doesn't look unique.
Ah, bold strategy. I like it. Very bold strategy.
Yeah, but it passed. I passed.
Yeah, they must have appreciated the honesty, right? And maybe they were thinking similar things, and then you said it, and they were like, "Okay, yeah, he's not wrong."
Yeah, but I failed at the executive interview.
Oh, okay, right. So you didn't pass the final boss.
Yeah, because I was too honest. I don't know.
Yeah,
They
honesty
they
worked with the art team, but not with the executives. Okay, yeah.
yes, right. That's a rule. That's a rule.
And so what? So then, did you have to go through the process again, or how did you then end up working there?
So actually, I didn't know that I failed the executive interview because I got like a success letter,
Oh, right.
but it took more than 2 weeks, which is really more than longer than the usual process.
Ah,
Then after I enter the Namco, some HR people
mm.
told me, "Hey, Keita, you know what? Like, you failed the executive interview actually, but some design manager helped me
Oh,
because
wow.
he loved my art. So
Oh, that's
he
great.
feels he feels something I could do for the Namco. So
How
he
wonderful.
he great.
It must have felt daunting and scary hearing that you failed the executive interview, but then at the same time, so so rewarding and inspiring to know that your design manager has already been sticking up for you and believes in you so much. Did that kind of did it put a lot of confidence into you in your new job?
uh yeah, kinda, yes. I
Yeah.
think so. Then that is a guy who helped me to make a Katamari.
Right. And did you start?
Yeah.
So now let's talk about, obviously, Katamari is one of your most beloved games, and rightly so. How you mentioned that this design manager helped you make Katamari. Did you work on any other games before Katamari, or did you just sort of start getting started on this new, wonderful game that was maybe more unique than the last one they made?
Do you think so? So when I after joining Namco, so the new employee, it'll be like a special time to have a lesson, like how to make a game
Oh, great.
or
Like internal company training.
yeah, training.
Mm.
Also, some people need to go to the arcade and then work as a employee at the arcade, like 2 months, three
Oh,
months.
wow. Okay.
So yeah, working as an arcade people was also interesting experience. Like checking the coin in the arcade machine.
Yeah. Yeah. Watching people
Sometimes
interact physically with these games and yeah.
yeah. Also sometimes the coin stuck, so I have to open the machines.
Yeah, remove the cigarette butts, all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
those kind of stuff. Then at the end of this training term, we need to make a group, I have to make a pair with the engineer. They're
Oh,
making game,
all right.
making the mini game in a few months. Then after that, they're all new, improved. All of them just go to the actual project.
Yeah.
But my boss, which is the game design manager, also me,
Mhm.
didn't go any project because it seems boring. Also, my manager, want me to learn how to make a game. So he let me put into the tiny prototyping project first.
Oh, great. Wow.
So I could work with more experienced engineer and game designer directly. Yeah, how to
Wow.
learn how to make a game. That was very helpful. Yeah, I think I had 2 or 3 prototype projects, which all of them never success. They are all cancelled.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay,
fine.
right.
Maybe I was fine, but I'd say the other people who joined the Namco at the same time, like finished some of the game already, but I didn't make any product.
That's it. Yeah, you've been there and everything that you've worked on's been cancelled so far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my boss start worry about my career. Uh, so he just pressured to me, maybe you should start think about game idea more seriously. And then Katamari idea just came up.
It just came to you? Like-
Yes.
It's funny. I love like that can happen sometimes, right? You're just like, oh, what about this? You don't remember like a seed of inspiration or anything. You didn't see a piece of rubbish blow along and pick up another one or anything. It just sort of came to you one day.
Uh, so I was thinking about the game idea from the beginning of the Namco, right
Mm,
after join. Because I wanted to make a games because game for game company, right? Being artist is maybe fine, but the making the game as a director or game designer is more fun
yeah.
stuff. Also that someone can do only. Also, the boss wanted me to think about the game. My highest priority was I want to make something that only game can do.
Mm,
Like a fighting game, racing game.
mhm.
You can drive the car in your life.
Yeah. You can fight people on the street if you want to as well, right? Yeah.
Shoot people as well. I know that's illegal. And then also, of course, the interactivity as well. But that's not so easy to come up with a nice idea.
Mm,
But the idea of the Katamari come up, it's very unrelated, but it was just a night. I was walking through the station. Yeah, I was just thinking something. Then in my brain, I just saw the object spinning. Oh, the object is spinning. Then it start moving. Then when I arrived at the station, the object spinning, moving around, then attaching to the other object, and
mhm.
then the object making bigger. And then ride on the train, and then take off the train. The object still spinning, then getting bigger, and then same size as the Earth, the planet. Oh, then maybe if the object not the bigger enough. Then sometimes making it broken, then be small. Like those kind of idea came up at the same time. I was so excited about this idea. The next day, I just told my only game designer friend at the time, and
Mm.
then
And
he,
were they at Namco as well? Were they a colleague
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
yeah, okay, yeah. Mhm.
yeah, at Namco at the colleague, and then she said, "Oh, this is great idea, actually.
Great.
this this could be the game." Then yeah, I just pitched this idea to the design manager as well. Then he also liked it.
Mhm.
This is a beginning of the Katamari.
Right. And so your game designer friend said it's a great idea. You pitch it to your design manager. They like
Mhm.
it. Was there then another round of approvals? Because it is such a strange game to be made with inside Namco. You know, like this is the company that made Tekken and Soul Calibur, and obviously there are wonderful, unique, playful games that came out of Namco, like Pac-Man and everything else. But how did you? Was there another final boss? Did you fail this executive interview as well to get the game approved, or?
Yeah. So this is just the beginning of the story. Since so my boss is the designer. No, no,
Mhm,
like a art design manager.
mhm,
Then
yeah.
me as well, like an artist, just artist. In Namco employee, everyone could, how to say, once they got the idea, did a seat, like one seat, then they write down the idea,
Oh,
then
like a form
show.
that for your gameplay
Yeah,
ideas. Anyone could. Oh, cool. Okay, right. Yeah.
right. But since we were just artists, so even so, there's some hierarchy. Of course, the
Mm.
game design department is more judgier and more like a, how do you say?
Higher status, yeah, than the artists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, right. So they decide like, oh, this is a good or bad.
Right. Yeah. Okay. They're the judges of what is a good game idea. Right. Okay.
Right. And then, but we hate that. We hate that system. And then my design manager was kind of genius and nice people. So also, uh, so at that time, Namco's president, Masaya Nakamura, like original founder of the Namco.
Oh wow. Okay. Yep.
Yes, he. I don't know what should I say. he he had an interest about the education.
Ah.
Yeah. So, so I don't know where this story came from, but the Namco work with digital Hollywood. Digital Hollywood, which means the school to teach about how to use a tool of the 3D CG or computer engineer.
Oh right. Okay. Like a technical, like a digital design school, kind of.
Yeah,
Yep.
yes. And then they made the game design course or game, like a video game course.
Oh
Video
okay.
game. Mhm. The one of the subject was making their own video games with student, with in student, but with some Namco source people.
Right.
Uh,
So it's like a Namco initiative with this school, so that students can work with Namco
all
game
right. Yes.
designers and engineers and some resources and things, right?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Mm.
Mostly artist, as a 3D artist.
Oh, okay, cool.
Uh-huh. Then my boss knew that. Then he pitched the Katamari idea to the school. Then the he explained the students could make the object the Katamari rolled up.
Ah, right, of course.
The Namco engineer could help to make other game.
Mm,
Then me could start learning how to make a game as a designer.
amazing. They found a loophole.
Yes.
That is genius. Incredible.
Yeah, I think so. That's Operation Katamari mockup
And I
was a
guess you sidestepped the ire of the judgmental game designers, right?
yeah,
To get your game
yeah,
approved.
yeah. Like it was like this feeling.
Yeah,
We are
ducking,
dodging.
weaving, yeah. Well, I think it worked out for everyone involved, right? Like it's the game.
Yeah,
The students obviously got to work on a great game, and obviously so many objects to model up and everything. You got to learn how to make a game, and then Katamari
yeah.
Damacy obviously went on to be a success for Namco. So it seems like something where all. Do you think all is forgiven? They're happy.
I think so. I believe so.
Hmm.
I forgot the exact time, but it took 3 or 4 months to finish. We are using Nintendo Cube, I believe. It was not PS or Xbox because
Yeah. So you
the,
started on the GameCube.
Mhm. the senior engineer explained to us the GameCube was a little bit easier for to not less experienced engineer.
Ah, right. Okay. Right.
So we used our GameCube. And then we did presentation for the internal Namco. So they love the game,
Hmm.
and my design manager just bring up to the executives about
Mm.
this idea. They they skeptical about me because I'm just still an artist.
Yeah.
Did some design stuff for that prototype of the Katamari. So they liked the idea, but they didn't give us internal resource. We got the green lights for the Katamari, but the condition was using the outsource company.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
Do you remember being disappointed when you heard that? Like,
Yeah, of course, I leave it. But like a green lights of the new game with,
yeah,
and I was just the artist, and then that's great, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
Mm.
fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Is there anything that you remember from that game, Keita, that because so much has been spoken, I'm sure you've spoken a lot about the game and your inspirations for it and things like that. But is there anything because it was your first game that you were, leading the development of and as a designer, do you remember anything in particular that you learnt from it or any epic moments, as you say, in regards to that have gone on to influence how you've made games moving forward? Were there any big lessons that you learned or realizations that you had? I'm sure a bunch, but any that stick out?
You mean through the Katamari
Yeah,
pro?
just through Katamari, yeah, through development.
I don't know. I don't remember what I learned, but it was so fun. It was great.
You had a great time.
Yeah, it was just crazy. Yeah. So the outsourcing company was not Tokyo. It was Osaka. It's
Oh,
far
okay.
from
All right.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
So I actually moved to Osaka.
Oh, you
And
moved to
then,
Osaka. Wow.
yes. And then I went to the outsourcing company.
Oh, and
I
you were
was,
working from the outsourcing company's office. Great. Did you get along with everyone there? Is good working
oh,
relationship?
yeah, that's what I have learned, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how do I say? A guy from bigger company, and then me surrounded by outsourcing company employee. Like
Mm.
I was like a guest, right?
Yeah, you're the visitor. Yeah, you're the
Yes,
honorary guest. Yeah.
yes. That feeling so bad. they are like a yes man. Like a,
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Of
but
course. Yeah.
but
Because you're the big Namco guy that come into town. Yeah.
right. But it's not possible to finish the game with such a situation. Like
Of course.
I
Yeah.
really want to be getting along with them. Like no sugar coating
Yeah.
talk. Right?
Yeah.
Or socializing with other companies, employee. Then, but sometimes I need to be very responsible because I I was very charge of the game design. Then they were outsourcing company employee work as how do I say, maybe it's not great work as a servant. Like if I say
Right. Yeah. Of
if I
course. Yeah.
see it and they do,
Yeah. They
then
just do whatever you say. And yeah.
if it's fair, then responsibility to come to me, right?
Yes. Yes. Of course.
I didn't like a situation, but that was so I needed to make very exact design document for every
Mm.
single feature, even just moving, then rolling the Katamari. I made a design document in Illustrator, like Adobe Illustrator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Explanation also with some art. Then very exact explanation. I think I spent a lot of time, a very, very tons of time to make the design document, which is kind of good because making document makes the idea more clear.
Yeah. Yeah. And for you as well, right? I find as a designer, the process of documentation is also a process of refining my own idea and better understanding it myself through having it's. I found that as well. I used to teach writing for games and narrative design at university, and I
Mm,
never learned more about my own craft and why I work the way I do than when I was teaching,
mm,
because I'd be teaching and
exactly.
I'd be saying something that I just think is true about games writing, and then a student would say, "But why? Why do you do it like that?" Then you have to explain it,
Well,
and they say, "But why?" And these and that kind of constant refining of things. So yeah, I completely understand. It does make things incredibly clear, even your own process, right?
right, right.
Mm. Did you Katamari though? Obviously, so many of your games are so tactile. I must say, Keita, I am surprised to hear that you spent so much time in documentation, considering how tactile they are. Were you still on hands-on with the build very early on, working with the engineers and designers to make sure it felt perfectly right? Was that I imagine that was a huge
Mhm.
part of the process, that tactility?
Yeah, I
Mm.
think so. Even just making document, definitely we need to implement,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
play.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, document isn't a video game, yeah.
Yeah, I wish. Like AI.
Wouldn't that be
Oh,
nice? Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, let's we've got many games to talk about, and obviously, we're here. I'm really keen to talk about to a T as well. But let's skip ahead. I think my final question around Katamari is obviously the response to it, right? It came out and there were some
mm,
folks, obviously almost universal acclaim, but it was very different and unique for its time. It was a time in video games where I think a lot of folks were proving what video games can be. And I think Katamari really came out as a demonstration of that, of like the wide range of opportunities for play. And it was wonderfully embraced by the games community. And then obviously went on to have commercial success as well. Do you remember that time when it was, the reviews were coming in and obviously there were a bunch of rewards? But even as you say, if we go back to the goat flower pot thing, right? Like the game inspired so much joy in people. Do you remember like the release and how it felt?
so I surprised at the first. The the first thing I surprised was the Sony loved the idea.
Right. Okay. You're like, oh, all right. Yeah.
Really, then Sony said they won't make a commercial, like an ad for the TV. Uh,
Mm.
I really love the ad, Also, even they want us to release a few weeks earlier than the original plan in
Oh,
Japan.
okay. Right. Wow. Yeah, I've PlayStation's asked us to do that before as well. And
Oh,
it
really?
doesn't make the schedule easier. Yeah, our first game, Armello, they were like, you need to release this 6 weeks earlier than we thought.
Okay. To be honest, yeah, it was very fun project. Also tough, difficult. And while doing the debug, I often slept while playing the Katamari because it's kind of, how do I say, it's a watching the rolling object in the screen.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
like a visual lullaby, right? Yeah.
that makes me sleep even within the nice like a Katamari BGM. Katamari songs that's still very nice, but even though I said a lot, that makes me really worry, or maybe that's
Maybe it's too boring.
yeah, too boring to play. But maybe that just my situation was too tough. Like
Yeah, exactly. You're crunching on the video game. Yeah. It's more of a you thing. Yeah.
yeah, I was just exhausted.
Do you remember seeing those? I mean, the Japanese commercials, I remember them going around at the time, the PlayStation commercials. Do you remember seeing them for the first time? Because
hmm
they're so fantastic.
Yeah, those the Sony commercial at the time was every commercial was so nice, so
Yeah.
great.
They had,
I
really great TV commercials, for the PS2
right,
era.
yeah, I was so proud the game picked us. Yeah, commercial.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Wow. That's fantastic.
Since like what I mentioned earlier, since I had a concern, I kept sleep. I didn't expected the people love the game so
Yeah.
much. I'm so surprised. I mean,
Mm.
even now, the still series is keep going.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
There's a lot of love for this game. I think, what's the term? Cult classic, right? It's like it's a much beloved cult classic these days. It's such a fantastic game. I think people's eyes light up when you talk about Katamari and the music and everything. Obviously, music's been a huge part of your games moving forward too, and we'll
Yeah.
talk about that. So let's talk about you. Obviously, after Katamari, there was We Love Katamari. How
Mhm.
did things sort of change internally at Namco once you had this game and your success? Did you have the trust of the executives? Were you able to? I imagine We Love Katamari was made internally, or did you continue on with making that externally?
Oh, I'm sure. Definitely. Outsourcing. Keep
Yeah, right.
keep
Get the
doing
outsourcing.
outsourcing.
Okay, yeah. I guess it
Yes.
worked, right?
Right. Also, so the Namco asked us, why don't we make a sequel? But
Mm,
it was very mixed feeling because I made a Katamari because there are so many sequel and many similar games
mm.
exist. One of the biggest reason why I wanted to make a Katamari. So that means if I made a Katamari sequel, it's kind of same.
It defeats the point of making Katamari, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It could be. I was feeling like I'm gonna be a prisoner.
Yes, yeah, you're stuck in this same game
It,
idea for another however many years.
yeah. Also, so I think the first response was if I say no, who will be the director? Then Namco said, "Oh, the one of the outsourcing company, game designer will be the director." I didn't like the idea either. I had a just hard choice making a sequel or let them make the sequel.
Mm,
And then I just picked that I made the sequel.
mm. And how was your time on the sequel? Did it feel like a prison in the end, or was it fun still?
It kind of boss.
Yeah,
Also,
a fun prison, yeah.
your fun prison.
Yeah.
I just changed my perspective. So
Mm,
sequel. That means let's do what the only sequel could do.
Yes, right, of course, yeah.
Right. So the title should be crazy and stupid because everyone knows the Katamari already. So we could change the title.
Yes.
Then the idea came up with so everyone loves the Katamari. So we love Katamari. That's great.
And then, of course, the very meta thing of like, the king of all cosmos reacting to the story, right, of Katamari's success. Very clever.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I really got the Japanese package design. We took a photo in front of the Namco building for the physical copy jacket.
That's awesome. I did not know that. How cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That is also what you can do only for the sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's amazing. What a smart decision. As you say, this could be a prison, right? But you chose to do it, and so then finding a way to make it fun, like to be able to have fun and not take yourself so seriously is such a wonderful way to approach it.
I know, yes, I know. I'm kind of lucky man, and my situation is not so bad because I still could make a game, right?
Mm.
Even the sequel. This is still brilliant, but for me, it's not so great. But so even you are in the tough situation, that still could be fun. It's up to you.
Yes, yeah, totally. Yeah,
No.
exactly. We make a lot of our situation and how we feel about it is determined by us and our perspective, right?
Mhm.
And how we choose to engage with it. Wonderful. Okay, let's talk about, because your next follow-up game was Nobby Nobby Boy, which was completely different, right? Like you had a chance to turn things around and change things up.
Right. So, Nobi Nobi, the concept was I love the Katamari, but I didn't like the game has the time limit because having the time limit is very easy to make that idea as a game. But I could not find other nice element to make the Katamari as commercialized game. Also, I wanted to make something you can keep playing forever.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Again, it goes back to not throwing things away, right? Something that is lasting.
Yeah, nothing
Mm.
without fighting or anything. Fighting or competing, but somehow keep playing like a clay.
Yeah.
Clay, like I made a clay.
Mm-hmm.
And then that time, the PlayStation 3 come out, bluff a lot how PlayStation 3 is powerful. I forgot the exact name of the CPU. Do you know that? Like, they has like some
A
neutral.
special name for the CPU. Yeah, I can't remember. I do remember it. We had the dev kits in our studio at the time, but I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
PS3 has special something.
Is it the cell
Uh,
engine?
yeah, cell engine, right?
Yeah.
Like a multiple processing
Yeah.
that make the physics engine like a calculation more 10 times faster than something. Blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Then I thought, oh, maybe we could use the physics in game. That
Mm.
would be amazing.
Mm.
Then that's the start of the failing game.
That was off in the wrong direction already. Yeah.
Then the idea just making stretchy object and
Mm.
play we cannot do in the real life because there's no material like keep stretchy forever.
Yeah.
Then hang out, then attaching again. And I wanted so my ideal Nobi Boy game in my brain, it was more like in the game, did the other human people living in the world, then Nobi also living at that world kind of separately. Then if the Nobi Nobi boy stretch, then the people react about how Nobi change. So
Right.
if the Nobi change, Nobi stretched out, then people try to ride on the Nobi.
Hmm.
I wanted make the tones of reaction of the human character. They
Okay.
make some more playground style game with physics engine. Then the Nobi also can eat the people. Definitely they will escape to the house. But the Nobi could keep running, like a following then guy. And then Nobi could just surround the house, then squeeze them, then make the house be very tiny or something.
Mm.
But I was thinking like those more physical reacted game with clever, smarter NPC,
Mm.
also multiple Nobi Nobi boys. But that no, that's too much. That was
Yeah.
just too much.
Yeah.
That was
And so
too much.
it never
Mhm.
sort of reached your there was a gap that you weren't able to close between your vision for the game and what you were able to do on the team.
Yeah. So and yeah, that's why it took I forgot it took a 5 or 6 years. That was too much.
Yeah,
I
it's a long
should
time, isn't it, to work on one game? Yeah.
yes. I should have make design document a lot for the login.
You needed more documentation for that one, yeah.
That's not it, actually. Yeah, I didn't do that a lot.
Wow.
Like a
Right.
Katamari. That was my fault, I think.
Yeah, interesting. So you think that it was hard for you. You sort of failed to communicate your vision very clearly and
Hmm.
articulately to the team, and as a
Hmm.
result, you're kind of spinning your wheels a bit on that game.
Yeah, because not not like a Katamari. Nobi Nobi team was an internal team. So
Right.
I thought I was able to communicate a lot well
Mm.
rather than outsourcing company. But
Ah,
no.
interesting. But no, yeah. Okay, well, after Nobby Nobby Boy, if I'm correct, you did you take a break from video games, right? Like you left Namco, you did some stuff. I think you were like designing playgrounds or something at one point. Am I right in saying that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't even thought I broke from I left from the game industry some point,
Hmm.
but I just quit the Namco. That's it.
Yeah, right. Okay. You just quit Namco. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, but you are right. Yes, I joined the playground project in UK
Hmm.
in Nottingham. It was very fun project, but it's cancelled. It was cancelled. Of
Yeah, right.
course, because my design was too risky and dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And,
it. Too dangerous to the children of Nottingham, right?
yes, I mean, human being in jail. Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Not even children, just adults, even. But now I want to see these playground designs. Did you enjoy the process of designing these playgrounds, even if it eventually, or it didn't eventuate in the end? Was it a good break from video games?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for me, the thinking about the playground design, playground equipment design, and making the game, also the making the sculpture, all a thing for me.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
But the people working with them are different.
Interesting. Right. Okay. So to you, it feels like the same medium, but it's just actually like different vibes. Everyone that you're working with. Yeah.
Yeah. The playground guy are more serious about the safety, of course.
Yeah, than us game developers for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
It,
they didn't want to make us equipment because of just fun. The safety is more high priority. Safety
yeah, then
and
fun.
not expensive, like a cost.
Yeah. Do you look at playgrounds today? You know, you have kids, right, Keita? Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So, right, I'm sure you've seen a number of playgrounds in your time with kids. Are there some that you look at these days and you're like, far too safe? And then I guess the other question too is that do you have a favorite playground somewhere that is dangerous enough for you that you think it's cool?
I mean, I'm not saying I want dangerous playground. Like, I want, I just said, like, the playground could be for everyone, not only for child. Right.
Yes.
I don't like the parents just watching the smartphone while kids playing at the playground.
Mm.
That could be more universal space for
Yes.
everyone. Also, maybe animal could join too. So yeah, even now, I know some crazy parents play with that kids at the playground. It's shade. Young parents, but yeah, it's not so different. So that is still my dream to make my playground. So I need to be a billionaire.
Yeah,
That's why
right.
why
So
I
you can decide. Yeah, you can pay for it
uh,
yourself.
that's why I keep making the video game, but
I
fail.
love it. Everyone buy Cater's video games so he can make playgrounds for our children. Right. That's the goal,
Yeah, I think I should
and for
start
ourselves as
Kickstarter.
well. Playgrounds for us too, right, Cater?
Yeah.
So around this time, am I right in saying that you also that you formed a company as well, like the current company that you have now with your wife, right, Uvula? Like that's
Hmm.
your company.
Yes.
Right. And so, but you're making little games or games with in that company, but then you also went on to Tiny Spec and you spent a bit of time there and you moved from Japan around this time too, right?
Yeah, from Japan to Vancouver, Canada,
Yeah. How was your time
to
in
join.
Vancouver?
I think that was beautiful. That's the first time to leave from like a first time living outside of the Japan.
Mm.
That was crazy time. Also, that was beautiful. Yeah.
You were working on Glitch at Tiny Spec, am I right?
Yes.
It's like a 2D social game, like a little social MMO kind of thing, right?
Yes.
I think when I
To
met you, that's what you were working on at that point in time, all those years ago.
really.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, I think I didn't do anything. I just went to the office, then I made one idea per day. Then, as a designer, then if the team love the idea, then they could implement something like that.
How
I
fun!
was
That
not.
sounds like a dream job. That's great. Just go in and give one idea a day.
Yeah, I think so.
And interesting, I think, for our listeners too, a little interesting tidbit or piece of trivia is that Tiny Spec is the startup that created Slack, obviously, right? Like Stuart Butterfield was there
Yeah,
and then it ended up, that was their internal messaging tool. Am I right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
wow.
They were
Crazy.
using IRC a lot. Do you know
Yeah.
IRC?
Yeah, I do.
The
Yeah.
chat. Yeah, chat too. Yes.
And then after that, you moved to San Francisco. And then I think I remember, I don't have it with me right here, but I remember the next time I think, or one of the next times that I bumped into you, you're working on Watam.
Hmm.
And you gave me a little green cube, a little wooden cube with a little face
Oh,
on it. I still have it to this day.
right.
I should have brought it with me for the podcast. Tell me a little bit about Watam. Am I right in saying that your time in Vancouver inspired a lot of that game and your idea for that game?
If I remember correctly, I think I saw my kids playing with block. So not from the other games. Sorry. My inspire come from my life.
Yeah, of course.
The kids playing the block, then like a stuck in block, then break it, then ha 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 ha, he laughs. That's it. Definitely, yeah, breaking stuff, explosion is so fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I could make it. Also, yeah, since this is the first experience that for me to live outside of Japan. I know you or the people living in the North America or other country, it's very common thing to live or work with a lot of different race of people. Like a
Yeah, like the teams are much more diverse than Western
diverse,
companies.
yeah.
Mm.
But that's still very impressed for me. So many diversities are lot, but they use the English as a tool to get over the differences, which is
Yeah.
nice. The
Yeah,
English is nice too.
that common language, right? That sort of meeting ground in communication.
Yeah. mhm. So that is also another inspiration for the Watan. The changing, no, no, getting over difference by laughing or explosion. That's the kind of theme of the game.
Mm. And this was your first time as well working with Annapurna Interactive, who've been
Yeah,
obviously a big supporter of your games, the publisher of
yeah,
To a T as well.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
how was that relationship, and how did working with them help you sort of deliver on your vision?
So before they made Annapurna Interactive, they were part of the Sony Santa Monica
Yeah.
outsource department. And then the Sony decided to close the department. Then they turned into the new publisher.
Mm.
So I was working with them at when they are at the Santa Monica studio. So they keep working with them. We are when they turn into the Annapurna Interactive. So we have a long time relationship.
Great. Yeah.
Mm, that was so nice. They are so nice people.
Yeah, wonderful folks. So yeah, I remember that at GDC they for the first time, I think before they'd even announced Annapurna. I remember I met with them, Hector and Nathan and Deb and those folks, and they told me their plans, and it was so exciting, coming or what they
Mm,
were planning to do, coming from Sony and stuff.
yeah.
Um, yeah, amazing. All right, cool. So now I guess we're sort of at the point now where one of the sort of the next things that are, coming along is, there's some other things in there too, right? You did Kranken's time. Actually, let's talk about that. The
Oh,
play date, right? Like
oh,
Kranken's time travel adventure. You're
okay.
fun there. It's such a cool little
Yeah.
device to work for.
Uh-huh. I think so. I don't remember exactly when, but while we are working on the Watan, it's a moment we have to stop working because the Sony Santa Monica canceled the Watan. We needed something different to work on. We are working on the other game, which is for the Google AR game.
Oh, like a,
Which,
a like a Google Cardboard or a VR sort of game, was it?
yeah, yeah.
Right.
Do you know? I know Google had a tons of different AR projects. I
Yeah.
think that's called Tango, Project Tango.
Project Tango. Yeah, I know Project Tango.
I think we made game called World for the Tango project
Hmm.
while stopping the Watan. Also, the Panic, because Panic is my friend. They love the Katamari. They wanted to make a Katamari t-shirts.
Mm.
You know the Panic, right?
Yeah, I know Panic. Yeah, the
Yeah,
publishers of a Cable and those folks, publishers of Untitled Goose Game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. They just the cable told me they are making a tiny handheld machine has a crank.
Such a cool idea.
Right. When when they asked me at the time, even even they didn't show me exact the photo or sketch of the handheld design. Yeah, the idea of the cranking came up with super quickly. I don't know. I forgot how, but the uh, the original idea was, the old filming old film machine has
Yeah.
a
Where you have to
clamp.
wind the camera.
Why? Yeah.
Hmm.
And then you can rewind. I thought I could combine this rewind system with some action game, like a dodging or stopping. Yeah, dodging thread with rewind and wind crank. I still love the idea. Then we made it. It took that also took 5 or 6 years though.
Just your little handheld cranking game still takes 5 or 6 years. Yeah. How was the documentation for this game? Did you do any?
One page PDF.
Good,
Actually.
nice. But it's still looking, Keita. I think it's still one of the best uses of the crank on the Playdate.
Mhm.
It's so great. It's
Yeah.
such a beautiful use of that technology, of that input.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you.
Hmm. Okay, well let's talk a little bit about to a T. I mean, that's what we're here for. I've just spent time playing the game. It's a wonderful experience, and really has the charm of not just Keita, but Uvula. Like it does. There is, funnily enough, there is some ten one your teens vibes in there. Like it's got a lot of that charm as well. Um,
Mhm.
Talk to us a little bit about how the idea for Tour T came out. I imagine, like you say, so many, if not all of your games are, drawn from experiences of your actual life. You're a dad
Mhm.
yourself. Is that
Mhm.
how this game came about?
So after finish Watan, I know Watan looks simple. The simple system, simple looking,
Yep.
but it's so complicated because we use the physics as a
Right.
base
Yeah.
system.
Yep.
So complicated. Even me, I don't remember how I made it. And we really want to make a simple game as a next for the next. I was thinking a lot of idea. The one of the idea was using L and R stick to control the character's arm,
Mm.
then pick or something. Pick object or throw object. Even maybe you can punch the other character. That idea is not so great and not so fun.
Mm.
But the one thing I noticed, what that character looks like when the player doesn't input. Oh, so that means maybe T-pose, right?
Yeah.
Because because the stick
Yep.
need to be straightforward to get the accurate input.
Yep.
So the characters to be stick out as a T-pose.
Makes
That
it easier to get
T-pose,
those accurate inputs. Yeah.
yeah, that T-pose gave me a tons of inspiration. Ooh. And then also the story and the narrative and the character, everything. And then while I watching the anime show, the Japanese anime or US anime,
Hmm.
whatever. So they have like an opening theme and also the ending
Yeah.
theme.
Yep.
Start with opening theme and then show story, then ending at the ending theme. I like the format.
Yeah. That episodic structure, right?
Yeah. So I wanted use the format for T character game idea. Then just show all of the idea to the one pot. Then making the curry. My
The video game
brain,
curry. Yeah.
yeah, game curry. Then put the cheese or avocado or sometimes the banana. Then that time the chuati. That's it.
Wow. So I guess now would be a perfect time for those folks who are listening right now who actually aren't familiar with Tour T or know what the game's about. Can you maybe explain, give the elevator pitch or a short explanation of what the game is so our listeners understand what the game is?
Can you?
Okay, I love it. You know,
I'm
you're the first person to put that back on me. I appreciate that so much. Okay, let me try and pitch it, and then Katie, you tell me if I'm right or not. You play as a young teenager called Teen, and you are stuck in a T pose, and you have to navigate life as a teenager in this T pose. And so that includes everything from kind of choosing your outfits to brushing your teeth and eating your cereal in the morning, going to school, and kind of dealing with the dramas of being a teenager and navigating the world, but whilst being stuck in this T pose. Is that a good elevator pitch?
yes.
There you go. Yeah, it's such a wonderfully the thing that I think I love about it, Kata, as well, is that it's such a wonderfully bizarre idea, but the game treats it so like seriously and it's it takes its idea seriously and it has so much fun with it. The structure is great, but let's talk about the songs because you touched on them. So another important thing for our listeners to know is that the game is in an episodic structure. You go through the different episodes, and every episode does start and end with a song, like an anime, like you were saying, Keita. But
Mm,
your wife is the composer as
mm,
well, right? And wrote this song.
yeah.
So tell us about your working relationship with your wife. What a special opportunity you have.
Yeah, this is very special opportunity, right?
Yeah.
The my wife Asuka is a genius composer. We worked together since the Katamari. Yes, she was the one of the composer for the Katamari as well.
Wow. Is that how
Mm.
you met?
Yeah,
Oh, great.
actually, yes. I know since the couple and both creator, we fight sometimes for the
Yeah. Healthy for every
good.
relationship, both
Yeah,
romantic
yeah,
and professional, right?
yeah. Creative decision difference, giving the feedback, but he doesn't like that. She doesn't like the feedback or blah blah. Blah. Fun. Making the game not so easy, which is fun, right? So yes, the theme song is not like a typical game music offer, but she's capable to compose anything. So I just asked her, yes, can you make a theme song for this game? You know, just because she also Japanese, she knows that's how anime songs like a layouting, like a
Mm.
how do I say intro, then nice beat, like a woo, but in a few moments it has to be like a calm down. Then last part, then excited again, like those kind of jet coaster moment in the short time, like a 1 minute or 2 minutes. I think I just ask. So this is the condition. Then just make a very nice, positive theme song for this game.
Yeah.
Then
She nailed the brief. It's great.
yes,
It's such a great upbeat song. It's so much fun. My partner and I were playing the game, sitting there on the couch, singing along to it every time it came on.
yeah. Those the prep did good job to perform the song as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Now
Mm.
the game does tackle themes of, like some more serious themes that I think teens, all of us have probably encountered in our lives going through teenage years, like whether it be, going through puberty and stuff like that, but also
Mm.
bullying and harassment or feelings of not fitting in and things like that, dealing with other kids who might be mean.
Uh-huh.
Was tell us a little bit about that and your desire to put that into the game, because I know connection has been a big theme in a lot of your games, especially Watam. Obviously, it was a big centerpiece for that game in regards to themes and topics. Is there a similar thing that you're feeling there? Was there experiences like that you saw your kids go through at school, or experiences that you went through, or your wife that informed this?
Of course, I was bullied when I was in the middle school. Maybe because I was fat.
Right. Okay. Right. The classic bullying reason. Yeah.
Yeah, but I could survive through nicely. I got the tons of lesson from that period. But I think the general idea using teenager for the game was, I think this is a very personal thing. I got the shock when I heard some news that say the some teenager refused to giving a baby in the future because they are so worried about the future, the environment getting worse,
Mm,
the people okay, the still voice exist. They don't want to have a baby because the future is so uncertain.
mm,
I knew, maybe we knew this stuff, but I just realized that I didn't do anything for the younger generation, even for my kids. Maybe I did do some for my kids, but it's 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 not it's not clear to say. But I I kind of regret that I didn't do anything for younger generation. Maybe I did some donation, but I
mm.
think I thought I could do more for them to show more bright future, or maybe the world still could change by yourself, not by us. Like
Yeah.
we are too old, too lazy. But yeah, I feel something I need to do. I need to show them in the game. They say something. Of course, I'm not a represent of the younger generation, but I just thought I should do something, anything. So that's why I picked the teenager as a main game character. Also, yeah, the having the teenager in my house is also another reason. The teenager is so mysterious creature. even I was,
Serious,
even I,
mysterious creature,
even
right?
even I was a teenager 40 years ago, but yeah, still mysterious. It's interesting, right?
Yeah.
Even the same thinking, it's kind of can't talk. It communicate with the teenager is so interesting. It's giving me some new perspective every
Yeah.
day. Mhm.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. I remember there was a series, a television series in Australia, from by the National Broadcasting Program, and they were talking about teens and why communicating with them can be so tricky sometimes. And right, yeah, it's because apparently like the part of their brain, one of the parts of their brain that's developing is the part that is able to recognize subtle emotions. And so, in particular years of being a teenager, you can now detect these subtle emotions, but you don't actually know what they mean in people's
Mhm.
faces. And it creates this mass panic or kind of confusion, that happens under the surface. And that's a lot of the reason for these big kind of swings in reactions and everything. That's just one thing I watched where I was like, okay, that's crazy. And I totally relate to that as a teen. I know what you mean though about
Mm.
I feel it too, Kata. The world is in a tricky place right now, and it's really scary. I have cousins and nephews and nieces and stuff like that that are growing up now that uh, there is this anxiety about, and I think a lot of
Yeah.
us have it, right? But these kids it's very different to when we were growing up, and I think the world was filled with a lot more promise and hope,
Mhm.
and there is that, I feel it too, that guilt of when
Oh
one of
yeah.
these kids, like one of my young cousins, asks me these questions about things, or they express that they feel this way, you do immediately think, you reflect on our role in this and things that we could have done more, and there is a large degree of guilt there sometimes, right? And
Mm.
then and you think about, is it too late for me to do more? What can I do to help these kids who don't have the same kind of hope and prospects for the future, or at least the feeling of those prospects that we had as kids? It's a very powerful, moving emotion
Mm.
and sort of realization to go through.
I don't know how many teens play the game to a T also. I know some younger children play the game and they enjoy them being T-pose, they try to do something. So
Yeah.
that's fine. That's great. Yeah, I think that's a different something that I also wanted. Like you mentioned, the current mood is so dark and no hope. So
Mm,
I wanted something that gave a very positive mood. Even it's not like a common game. I
mm,
wanted people to smile again.
yeah.
You know, like I made at the art college. I kind of I became a art college student again
Mm,
to be my or to get back my origin. I don't care if it's a game or art, like a cartoon or art. I just want people be smile again.
yeah. To move people in some way.
Yeah. Hmm.
I imagine, Katie, do you think it's a shame that more adults don't play as much these days, and especially play games that I think have more, um, joyful or what people might seem as frivolous or sort of silly themes. Like someone could be. You couldn't blame someone for mistakenly thinking that to a T is a kid's game or something, right? But as an adult playing it, I very much enjoyed the role playing and the absurdity and the beauty of the story and the lessons within it.
Yeah, that's kind of sad to be honest. Yes,
Yeah.
because the looks. I mean, my games looks like a. I know I like because I love cute stuff. Because if that looks cute, then the people tend to categorize as a child stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny, isn't it?
No, so but I should make a South Park type of the game. The look,
Cute, but for adults, right? Yeah. Oh, so I'm guessing you're a South Park fan then.
yeah. No, no, no yet, no yet.
Oh, wow. So, tell me a little bit about the development of To a T. You mentioned about having this idea that really it came from this idea of the T pose, and that sort of restricting the inputs, and then the episodic structure. But there's so much to this game in regards to the different types of interactions that they really were bringing us. We were on the couch laughing, having a ball, Keita. So
Mm.
tick, job done there. We were really loving it. But things like the rinsing your mouth out and spitting into the sink and all that sort of stuff is just so much fun. And then the flying. Talk to me about your development process on a game like To a T, and the team that you're working with now. Are you sitting down? How did you approach this game? Did you write out a story first and figure out what you wanted to do? Did you first just start fiddling around with interactions for the T pose? How did, kind of, what order and how did the game sort of start to stand itself up?
The first, I made a storyboard of the episode. So the original storyboard was we had 12 or something, 12 episode. I drew a storyboard. So the storyboard was divided by this is the interactive part, and then this is a cutscene part, the interactive part, blah blah blah. But this is just a storyboard, so I need to pray, imagine, or maybe this in my brain to then be balancing out because I didn't want watch only a sequence a long time. I wanted to be nice balanced out. The some interviewer asked me how I made it. I couldn't explain because that's just imagine.
Yeah.
I I was able to sort it out. Then after made a storyboard, explained to the team what should we make first. Then ironically, the episode one was the toughest episode because yes, the morning routine, eating breakfast,
Mm,
washing face, brushing teeth are most difficult, complicated. But that makes sense because that's the different story. But the game, the typical game, the shooting and punching action as animation is so we saw a lot. The
mm,
character punching. and fighting with the enemy. Animation is beautiful, nice, but it's kind of simple. One button, then kick, punch, jump. But as a game designer, I was wondering how I make like a regular routine as a game
Mm.
because washing face is kind of simple, but still you have to open the faucet and scoop the water, then
Mhm. Splash your
washing,
face. Yeah.
splash it, and then close the faucet, then wipe my face. So many steps. Then brushing teeth is more crazy. You
Yeah.
have to open the cap, the paste, and grab the toothpaste. It's just so crazy. But but, but the human being did it without any complicated thoughts. The another thing what I wanted to say is the human being is so great. Human being is great. We are great. We are great than AI. AI can't brush the teeth. Maybe they don't need.
Yeah, robots don't need to brush their teeth. That's fine.
Yeah. But also there are so many small joy in our life. Like I know we don't do like when rinsing the mouth, like a
Yes, yeah.
like a splashing the water like that in the game. I I don't do that usually, but that's still funny.
Yeah.
But we adult miss the tons of the chance that we can have a fun in the life. Then we do some stressful work, or for some reason, we do love the social media and just consuming something.
Yeah.
That's not so healthy and fun to do. So I think I won't slap the face of the adult. Then wake up
Yeah.
and fun. And
Yeah.
let them know there's a bunch of regular fun things that you can do without any purchasing subscription. The order Amazon was anything,
Yeah, you
nothing.
can get
Yeah.
the dopamine without paying Jeff Bezos, right? Yeah. It's something that I think is really a hallmark in your games. And I think why universally people have such a great response to your games, and I think why they elicit such joy, Keita, is because you do have this uncanny ability to take things that might be mundane, everyday things, whether it's collecting rubbish or, watching things blow down the street or, holding hands with your pals or knocking over blocks or brushing your teeth, that there is this implicit joy in the things that we do. And that there is, but I think then even more so, that there is value in taking those things that usually seem mundane and platforming them kind of as a play experience and as a chance to explore and experiment with them in another medium. I think is and obviously sometimes in this like really fun absurd wrapper of a girl stuck in a T
Mhm.
pose or something like that.
Mhm.
It's just it really it highlights the joy in the little things, right?
Mhm.
Hmm.
I think so. Yeah, for some reason. I mean, also, that is what we need at this moment,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
the joy.
There's a Haruki Murakami quote that I think about often. I'll actually bring it up because it's quite sort of pertinent to this chat that we're talking about now. Let's have a look. Bear with me here. It talks about just focusing on the little things. And I remember I first noticed it when it was during COVID. Um,
Yeah.
and it says Haruki Murakami quote says, "Maybe working on the little things as dutifully and honestly as we can is how we stay sane when the world is falling apart." It's beautiful, right? And I think, talking about this anxiety that, this new generation of kids have about the future, and rightfully so, sometimes it can feel so overwhelming. I have a friend who works as a climate activist and environmentalist and, in regenerative farming and things like that. And he's really at the coalface of what's happening with climate change. And it's very overwhelming for him, even as a 30 something year old man. And often when he's getting overwhelmed, like that is the thing that sort of recenters him, which is refocusing on these small things, on the little day-to-day things and the wins that you can have from your day and the fun that can be found in them. Is there, I know that we're talking a lot about, and I'm sort of making some sweeping assumptions about what people take for your game from your games, but is there anything that you feel that, and maybe it is just this thing that we're talking about, but is there something that you feel with every game that you want your players to walk away from that game with? Is it a sense of joy? Is it a sense of hope, deeper connection? Do you think there's a sort of something that you're looking for people to take away with them from each of your games?
Yeah, I know it's impossible, but it would be nice if the people played my game change their perspective a little bit, be more positive way.
Yeah.
I think that's it. It'll be perfect.
That's job done, you reckon? It's like
Yeah.
you can go to making your playgrounds after that. Yeah.
Yeah, even just 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Yes. I think that's incredible.
That's really interesting as well. Yeah, it's like not even needing to change their perspective for their whole life, but even to just stop and make them think and see something in a new light for even just a short amount of time, right? It's a really powerful thing that our medium can do. I think there's something to be said as well in our medium about interactivity and the fact that we can kind of, whilst I was playing to a teen, I was this teenager, stuck in a T pose, and I was role playing that, and so I'm better able to empathize and sympathize with the situation and what they're going through and understand it from their perspective. But I think so much of that is in the tactility of your games, in the feel and the play. Is there? Do you find yourself focusing more on, let's say, feel and that sense of play over mechanics and goals as you're working through your game? Or is it all kind of one in the same to you?
I don't know if I'm good at thinking about the mechanics. Yeah, thinking about mechanics, maybe I'm not good at that. And also, I'm not fun to think about that. It's maybe not be the answer, but I want to make something you cannot explain in the word. Because if you could explain, then that's it. That's fine. I don't need to make anything. But if the player said, I can't say, I can't how I can't describe, but this is great, or this is so nice. That's my goal.
I love that. It's exactly right. This is why we make these things, is because they're experienced, as opposed to, like you say, if I could just explain it to you, then I would do that, right? But they have to be, you have to feel it, you have to experience it. You might like this, Keita. I remember seeing an interview, or maybe I was reading it, with David Lynch, right, the film director who passed away recently.
Oh,
And he said, every time I make a film, people want to talk to me about what it's about, or they ask me for my commentary on the film. And he's like, the film is the commentary. I don't have anything to say. That's why I made it, right? Yeah. It's kind of the same thing. It's like we want players to play our games, not to just, have us say something to them.
Mm-hmm. That's yeah, we don't need an interview.
Exactly. Well, look, that's a perfect segue. We don't need an interview, but I've had a wonderful time chatting with you, Keita. Thank you so much. It's so good to catch up after all these years.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and look, for anyone out there who's listening, To a T is just such a wonderfully charming game, and I mean, as Keita said, it's not just for kids or for teens. It's really a beautiful experience for those of us who are looking for a little bit more whimsy in our life, and especially one that you can also sit down and play with your kids. So thank you, Keita, for joining us today. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was so fun.
Yeah, it's good to chat about this stuff. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.